Hare Krishna. Let's begin our session with prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai, Shri Shri Gauranita ki jai, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Today we will be doing the review of Bhagavad Gita, like we always do. After finishing each chapter, we do a general overview of Bhagavad Gita, and then the next session we do the overview of the next chapter, and then we start the chapter. So today we'll be doing general overview of Bhagavad Gita. This will be the 10th general overview of Bhagavad Gita. 10वां overview है, अवलोकन है Bhagavad Gita का. So side by side, I'm also doing the general aspects of Bhagavad Gita. कल हम करेंगे 10वें अध्याय का अवलोकन. And then after that we will continue with chapter 10. So as you know, the video may have some issues. During that time I will switch off my video and try to come back when the video becomes all right. So Bhagavad Gita में पहला सीख हमें क्या मिलता है? तो पहला सीख हमें मिलता है सोच वाली, the thinking aspect. In the very first sloka, Bhagavad Gita introduces us to the mentality of Dhritarashtra. In the next few slokas, mentality of Duryodhana is revealed. And then in the next few slokas, mentality of Arjuna, a pure devotee, is revealed. So the first chapter is revealing to us the mentality of the various participants, and also it reveals to us what Krishna is thinking about the whole thing that is happening, how Krishna is managing and how he is going to handle Arjuna and as Vishada. कैसे अर्जुन के विषाद को, अर्जुन के जो डाउट्स है, कैसे कृष्णा हैंडल करते हैं, ये भगवद गीता then continues. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us a principle of upayan chintayet apayan chintayet cha. We must think not only of the positives, we must also be very wary about the strength of the people who are opposite to us and about our own weaknesses. So apayan chintayet upayan chintayet cha. So we must know the nuances of life. We must also know the troubleshooting in life. तो जब जिंदगी में कष्ट आते हैं, कैसे उसको निभाना है, ये भी हमें पता होना चाहिए. We must have a plan B always, plan C also if required, and then for plan A we must be always ready. हमारे skills, like Arjuna is already equipped with his skill. That is why Krishna is choosing him as the person whom he will lead. Krishna is not choosing Yudhishthira. Krishna, although he is a very dharmic person. Krishna is not choosing Bhima, very strong. Krishna is not choosing Nakula Sahadeva, young, energetic, very skillful. Krishna is choosing a combination of all these things. And moreover, Arjuna is a Sakha. Arjuna is a friend and Arjuna is a devotee. Amongst all the Pandavas, Arjuna had great reverence for Krishna and he was always virtually a constant companion of Krishna. So, the Shastras teaches us the positive thinking. There are three types of thinking: positive thinking, negative thinking, and productive thinking. So, what is this positive thinking? It keeps our focus towards opportunities. So, व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि, हमें अपनी लक्ष्य की ओर हमारा मन लगाने के लिए जो थॉट प्रोसेस है, दैट इज पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग, एंड इट इंक्रीजेस अवर कॉन्फिडेंस। विथ पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग क्या होता है, अच्छा सोचने से हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड हो जाता है। नेगेटिव थिंकिंग, सो व्हाट इज नेगेटिव थिंकिंग? It makes us more prepared and grounded. So negative thinking is here not uh, what we consider as negative thinking. Negative thinking means to also know what can go wrong. जब मैं कोई कार्य कर रहा हूं तो मुझे ये भी ज्ञात होना चाहिए कि what can go wrong, and if it goes wrong, what we must do. So it increases our vigilance. With negative thinking, that means plan B. If plan A goes wrong in this stage, what could be the reason and why and what can be done for it? So it makes us very vigilant, guarded. So दोनों होना चाहिए। So इन दोनों का combination है productive thinking. So productive thinking is a combination of both upayan chintayet, positive thinking, apayan chintayet, negative thinking. If everything goes right, what I will do? If things are not going to go well, at those particular points, what will I do? तो ये हमारा कोई भी कार्य करने से पहले गेम प्लान होना चाहिए। एंड कृष्णा इज गोइंग टू टेक अर्जुना थ्रू दिस काइंड ऑफ अ गेम प्लान। ही इज गोइंग टू गिव हिम ऑप्शंस। आप ए नहीं कर सकते हो तो बी कीजिए, बी नहीं कर सकते हो तो सी कीजिए, बट ही हैज हिज पेरीमीटर बाउंड्री फिक्स्ड। यू मस्ट फाइट, देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ नॉट फाइटिंग। Krishna is not giving Arjuna the option of fight or not fight. Krishna is always telling you are a yodha, आप योद्धा हो, you are a warrior, आप धर्म युद्ध में आए हो, तो come for the धर्म युद्ध, you are the leader of the pack, you are the senapati of the Pandava army, virtually, although he is not, can say that appointed such, but everybody is relying only on Arjuna. Although Bhima is the Senapati, Drishtadyumna is the mastermind of the formations, but everybody is dependent on Arjuna. Even Krishna is taking Arjuna as his companion. So Arjuna को productive thinking के बारे में Krishna, Arjuna has forgotten why he is there on the battlefield. And then when he is going through crisis, how he must handle himself, he has forgotten. बहुत सारे युद्ध लड़ चुके हैं. It's not the first war that Arjuna is fighting as a similar capacity war with the same opponents. He fought in the Virata Parva when they were in incognito, and he defeated all of these people. But today he is standing where he thinks he is now fighting for a selfish reason. And for my selfishness, I am going to kill all my relatives. So when this kind of a thought process comes, earlier he was fighting to save the Virata empire. So it was a selfless act. So he was able to defend it. But here now, come to the Kurukshetra war, and he's thinking, मैं अपने ही लोगों को कैसे मार सकता हूँ? How can I kill my own people? In the end, what I'm going to get? Rajya. So he's telling, Rajyam Surana. Even if I get the heavenly kingdoms, Trailokya, even if I get the 3 worlds, what is the use of it when the people whom I want to win it for are now fighting against me, and either they live or I live? That is the situation. So in this catch-22 situation, I do not like to be. I would like to give up my tendency to war, and I would like to retire. So Arjuna takes this stand. So Krishna quickly takes stock of the situation, and from the second chapter, he starts guiding Arjuna as a spiritual master after he accepts him as the spiritual master. So what is this Gita wisdom? So Gita wisdom is a ready guide for inculcating a worthy aim in life. So ये भगवत गीता एक ऐसा ग्रंथ है जो हमें मार्गदर्शन देगा. इट्स लाइक अ ओनर्स मैनुअल, ऑपरेटर्स मैनुअल, जिसको पढ़ने से हमें जिंदगी को कैसे ऑपरेट करना है ये पता चलेगा. So it is the operating manual of life itself. So it's not simply a religious text. धार्मिक ग्रंथ नहीं है. Bhagavad Gita is a life science, the science of life, and Krishna goes on giving various options, saying Arjuna that you have to fight, but then for fighting you can do plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. You can fight for this reason, you can fight with this mentality, you can fight with the next mentality. That is not possible. Fight with the last mentality that I'm giving. So Krishna gives him a plethora of options. Life is also always giving us options. ऐसा नहीं है कि लाइफ में हमें केवल एक ही ऑप्शन मिलेगा. हर पहलू में हर मोड़ पे हमें ऑप्शंस मिलेगा. How do I choose this option? My choices determines how I go ahead in my life, or where I'm heading in my life, or how fast I can reach my goal, or how slow my goals will be achieved. It depends on the choices we make. So Krishna is also giving choices to Arjuna. Is very scientifically and emotionally trying to deal with Arjuna. He is not just chastising him and leaving him high and dry. But Krishna is giving him, understanding his situation. Krishna is trying to guide him through his current situation. So by this what we understand, हमें इससे क्या सीख मिल रहा है? So Krishna, although he is the Supreme Lord, Jagat Guru he is not a world-denying God. What I mean to say here is, world-denying God मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि fatalistic approach ले रहे Krishna. Many people think that getting into spirituality means गए काम से सब कुछ घर बार छोड़ो चलो हरिद्वार. That is the concept they have got. But that's not the concept that Krishna is teaching Arjuna. Krishna is very well knowing that he is a grihastha. Krishna is very well knowing that he is a warrior. Accordingly, he is giving him guidance. He is not trying to change his situation. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling us, Sthane Sthite Shruti Gatam Tanuvan Manobhi. So, with the help of hearing from authority, you can stay put in the situation you are in. And Tanuvan Manobhi, you can give your mind, heart, soul, words, action to the activities that you are doing, which must be done in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna is telling, Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha. Krishna is not only telling Yudhyacha, Krishna is not only telling Ma Manusmara, बैठ के मेरा जपा कर लो, ये नहीं बोल रहे. Nor Krishna is telling Arjun, पहले तो बैठ के सिर्फ जपा करो नहीं बोल रहे हैं, दूसरा युद्ध करो ही नहीं बोल रहे हैं. So what is Krishna telling? Krishna is doing productive thinking. Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha. Do your duty, but do it while thinking of me. I mean, become a Krishna conscious person and continue to do your duty. That becomes an offering to Krishna. So our mind being, so we don't have to be world rejecting. ऐसा नहीं कि दर्जना छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार is not the principle. हरिद्वार भी जाएंगे तो हम कुछ समय के लिए जाके फिर आके अपना कार्य में लग जाएंगे. We are not going to, it's not, Krishna is not telling Arjuna to retire. It's not the time for him to retire, at least not while he is having a duty to perform. Even a retirement from our life, Varnashrama Dharma gives us how we must retire from life. Varnashrama Dharma is not telling us you should not retire. आजीवन आप संसार में रहो, गृहस्थ जीवन में रहो. No. At the same time, it is giving us an option of having grihastha life. The best option is to lead a brahmachari or a brahmacharini life. Of course, for a woman, brahmacharini life is not recommended, at least not beyond a certain age. Prabhupada himself says that a woman after a certain age should get married, and she must lead a married life. She must first be under the shelter of father. पहले पिता के शेल्टर में, शरण में, फिर पति के शरण में, फिर ज्येष्ठ पुत्र के शरण में उनको रहना चाहिए. नाउ व्हाई इज दिस बीइंग डन? नॉट बिकॉज द वुमन इज वीक, it is because it is the duty of the society to protect the woman. It is not about her being weak. The woman is very much capable of defending herself, taking care of herself. But here the duty of a man, duty of society is being told. Like a precious thing should be well guarded. So even Arjuna, when he is fighting the battle, he is also being guarded. ऐसा नहीं अर्जुन अपने आप we will take care. No, there are warriors who are protecting Arjuna. There are warriors who are protecting Bhima. So this kind of strategy is being used. So that is what it means when it says that a woman must be protected, and she must be married. She must get married after a certain age. A man can have an option of leading a brahmachari life if he is true to his brahmacharya. और ढोंगी बाबा बन के जिएगा तो फिर अपने आप को वो धोखा दे रहा है. ना मटेरियल सुख पा रहा है, ना आध्यात्मिक सुख पा रहा है. Neither is he progressing spiritually, nor is he able to enjoy materially, because he is trying to being a ढोंगी बाबा. मन में सारे विचार है, लेकिन externally he is trying to pose himself as a saint. तो इसके लिए वर्णाश्रम धर्म बोलता है ऐसे मत करो. अगर आप एक डिसेंट लाइफ ब्रह्मचारी का लीड नहीं कर सकते तो गेट मैरिड, लिव विद वन वाइफ, एंड however she is, go through it as your karma. For the woman also same thing, however the man is, go through as your karma. Today divorce seems to be a solution for many things, but actually it is not. We might get respite from a particular man or a woman, but all the troubles we have got in our life is because of our own karma. हमारे कर्म की वजह से ही हमें जैसे पत्नी मिली है, जैसे पति मिले हैं, हमारे कर्म की वजह से हैं. तो उनके आने के वजह से हमारी जिंदगी में ट्रबल्स नहीं आया है. Troubles were due to us, and Krishna gave us this kind of a partner who can trouble us. Because not everybody is so unlucky in Kali Yuga. Of course, very few examples of lucky people, and Grihastha Jivan means fights will be there day in and day out. So Krishna consciousness means despite this, in spite of all this, trying to sail through. How we can do that? Grihastha life, why fights happen? When it comes to मेरा दृष्टिकोण देखा नहीं जा रहा है. Why I should go by what you want? Why you are not always, why you are not considering what I want? So it is all about you want and I want. But a Krishna conscious Grihastha life will go by what Krishna wants. How do I know what Krishna wants? By the instructions of Guru. How do you understand what the Guru's instructions are? Through your preachers, through the devotees, through their association. Everybody requires it. Even your preacher requires the association of a higher devotee, a senior devotee. So we also take guidance from senior devotees. So Bhagavad Gita is practically showing us how Krishna, though he is the supreme lord, वो बोलेगा चलो बैठ जाओ, मैं ऐसे कर दूंगा, युद्ध खत्म, सब लोग मर गए. कृष्णा ऐसे बोल सकता है ना. In fact, when Ramachandra was building the bridge, Hanuman is bringing big boulders, and he's also seeing that there is a squirrel. एक गिलहरी भी कोशिश कर रहा है अपने गात्र के हिसाब से एक पेबल को वो लेके आ रही है, बहुत ट्रबल करके लेके. उसको देखे हंस रहा है हनुमान, और रामचंद्र जी को बोलते हैं, he says to Ramachandra, hey, oh Lord, why are you allowing this small creature to take so much trouble? It's such a big bridge to build. What support can he give? So उनको बोलिए ना रहने देने के लिए. हम कर रहे हैं ना काम, हम बड़े बड़े पत्थर डाल रहे हैं, तो बहुत जल्द हम इस ब्रिज को कंप्लीट करेंगे. तो रामा laughs at हनुमान. हनुमान, जब तुम लंका गए, इससे पहले लंका कैसे गए? तो हनुमान says, प्रभु मैंने आपका नाम लिया और छलांग मार दिया. Lord, I took your name and I was able to jump and cross the ocean. So still have you not learned your lesson? You were able to cross the ocean not simply because of your own strength. You were able to cross the ocean because you took my name. So, and you are the people who asked me to give me some service. किष्किंधा से मेरा सर खा रहे हो, मुझे सेवा में लगाओ, मुझे सेवा में लगाओ, ये आपकी सेवा है. वैसे हर जीव मुझे सेवा मांग रहा है, तो मुझे सबको सेवा देना है. तो गिलहरी अपने औकात से ज्यादा सेवा कर रहा है. आप मतलब आपके पूर्ण शक्ति लगा के नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन ये गिलहरी ना अपनी बल से भी ज्यादा कोशिश वो कर रही है, उसका सेवा अधिक है मेरे लिए. तो हनुमान learns his lesson. So रामचंद्र also says, हनुमान, रावण को मारने के लिए मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. अरे रावण के हृदय में भी मैं ही हूं. I am Paramatma sitting in everybody's heart, including Ravana's. If I simply come out of Ravana's heart, he is dead. तो मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको सेवा चाहिए, इसीलिए ये सब हो रहा है. वरना एक क्षण में मैं रावण के हृदय से बाहर आऊंगा तो रावण कहीं का मतलब रावण का अंत तो सुनिश्चित है. But I am giving this service to you because you are my sevaks, and as a master I must give you a seva. So this way Rama is explaining. So similarly, Krishna, with one stroke of his will, he can put an end to all the asuras of the world. Now, individually he killed. He did not have to do that. No? He could have just taken sankalpa, सारे असर अंत हो जाए. उनके हृदय में जो मैं बैठा हूँ परमात्मा रूपी, बाहर आ जाऊंगा, हो गया काम. But it's not only about that. There are devotees, there are services. So how to give services to devotees? By performing these kind of leelas, by making them part of his leela. He can do it on his own. His Atma Rama doesn't even require Radharani for enjoying. But Radharani, a soul who is non-different than Krishna, the highest devotee, wants to always serve Krishna in that mode. So to give her an opportunity, Radharani exists. And for Radharani to exist, opportunities of service must be given. To aid her, gopis must be there, manjaris must be there. Radharani is capable of serving the Lord alone, but Radharani also has to give service to her gopis friends. The gopis have to give service to manjaris. The manjaris have to give services to further down the line, up to our acharya. Acharya has to give us service. मंदिर, इतने बड़े बड़े मंदिर बनाने की क्यों क्या जरूरत है? अरे देश में एक एक मंदिर बनाओ, वो हो गया. Why so many temples have to be built? Because there is no dearth of service. So every living entity must be engaged in service. So the Bhagavad Gita is also teaching us this principle of Arjuna, ये आपका सेवा है मेरे प्रति, भगवान के प्रति आपका सेवा. धर्म युद्ध लड़ना मतलब धर्म के साथ देना. धर्मम तो साक्षात भगवत प्रणीता. और when you protect dharma, which is coming from the lotus mouth of the Lord, the dharmic principles, you're actually standing by the Lord. You're helping the Lord run the world. So, this is the principle. So, Bhagavad Gita is a manual that teaches us how to serve the Lord, in what capacity we can serve the Lord, and how service is the main focus that we are to be pinned upon. It's not simply the work, it's that I am serving the Lord. This should be the principle. So our mind, being driven by its long-standing conceptions of pleasure, still keeps gravitating towards indulgence. लेकिन हमारे मन को मतलब लाखों लाखों जन्म से यही बताया गया है, यही मतलब सोच विचार आया है कि अपना सुख भोगने के लिए कार्य करना पड़ेगा. तो द गोल ऑफ लाइफ इज टू एंजॉय. तो कृमि कीट से मनुष्य योनि तक यही कॉन्सेप्ट है. बट फॉर्चुनेटली इन सम स्पीशीज ऑफ out of 4 lakh species of human beings, only in some few species spiritual spark can develop, and we are all fortunate to be amongst that few human beings where the spiritual spark has developed by the causeless mercy of Guru. So what we have to do, we have to gravitate away from indulgence. from self-indulgence to serve Krishna. Our journey should go in that direction. And Bhagavad Gita is a manual which helps us shift from this tendency to Krishna conscious tendency. So we must change the conception by evolving spiritually. तो आध्यात्मिक प्रगति गुरु के आदेशों से, भक्तों के एसोसिएशन से हमें धीरे धीरे मंदिर में सेवा कर करके हमें धीरे धीरे उसके ओर जाना है. And what is the manual for this? Operator's manual is Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the books that Prabhupada has written. And in Srila Prabhupada Ashraya course, we take you through this journey of reading the smaller books and then Bhagavad Gita. And then after we get initiated, we have opportunity to read Bhagavatam and further Chaitanya Charitamrita. So mortality is a real thing. एक ना एक दिन ये शरीर को हमें छोड़ना पड़ेगा. But right now, what is the most important thing in our life? हमारी जिंदगी में आज सबसे अहम चीज क्या है कि हम जिंदा हैं. मानव शरीर लेके हम जिंदा हैं. दुर्लभ मानव जन्म. तो प्रहलाद महाराज बोल रहे हैं कि ये मानव जन्म दुर्लभ है, इसको हमें ऐसे ही गवाना नहीं चाहिए. We must make good use of this human life, and that comes by good fortune. That good fortune is, the greatest good fortune is to come under the shelter of a guru, and a guru giving you shelter. That is the greatest fortune. A bona fide acharya giving you the shelter. So have no doubts, you are already having that great fortune for having come under the shelter of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. Now it is our duty not to waver away from this. हमें प्रभुपाद के चरण को कस के पकड़ना है. सेवा करते करते हमें इसको छोड़ना नहीं है. So most of the people think other people die. It's a very famous saying. Even युधिष्ठिरा यक्ष प्रश्न में यही इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं. अहनि अहनि बोधानि गच्छन्ति हिमालय. हर पल हर वक्त हमारे घर में, हमारे इर्द गिर्द हम लोगों को मरते हुए देख रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारा प्लान्स तो चलता ही रहा है. भौतिक प्रगति के 5-year प्लान, 10-year प्लान, रिटायरमेंट प्लान, डेथ बेड प्लान, पोस्ट डेथ प्लान. मरने के बाद मेरे बच्चों को क्या होगा, मेरे बीवी का क्या होगा, उसके लिए ये इंश्योरेंस, वो एश्योरेंस, पता नहीं क्या क्या करने के लिए हम दौड़ते रहते हैं. Krishna is giving us the greatest assurance here. At the end of this life, no more material life. Guru is giving you Ashirvachana. Follow my instructions, you will go back to Godhead. Arey Baba, don't have to worry about any other material insurance, assurance. As a matter of duty only, you have to do it. Not that now from today that Janak Das ji ने अभी बोल दिया हमें कुछ करना नहीं है, no insurance, no savings. ऐसे हम नहीं बोल रहे. Understand the principle behind that. Principle behind that is, that's not the only thing. While we are here, while I'm in the boat, I must have a safe boat. I must take care of the boat. लेकिन बोट में रहना ही मेरा ध्येय नहीं है. बोट किस लिए है? Why do I have this boat? The boat is for me to cross over this ocean, material ocean. So I must take care of this boat, the body, the mind, the intelligence, everything that Lord has given. So long I'm in this boat. So long I'm in the journey. So long I'm crossing the material ocean. Once I reach the other end, there is no more boat. The boat is going to go back into the ocean and we are going to go further ahead. And these are the principles that Bhagavad Gita teaches us. So surrender or Sharanagati to Krishna is an act of Bhakti. तो भगवान के प्रति शरणागत होना ये भक्ति का पहला आधार स्तंभ है. Faith begins with faith. So the first step in surrender begins with Shraddha. So there are 9 steps in Shraddha. There are Navavidha Bhakti also, and there are 9 steps in Shraddha. तो पहले श्रद्धा, पहले पहलू क्या है भक्ति के? भक्ति के पहले पहलू है श्रद्धा. तो पहले कोमल श्रद्धा से प्रारंभ होता है और गुरु के समक्ष में आके उनका आदेशों को पालन करके भक्तों के संग में रह के that कोमल श्रद्धा becomes दृढ़ श्रद्धा. It becomes Sudhrada Shraddha that takes us towards the goal of human life. So what Krishna gives at the end of Gita, Srila Prabhupada gives throughout the Gita purports. तो कृष्णा के भगवत गीता के अंत में हमें फाइनल इंस्ट्रक्शन मिल रहा है, सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. So Krishna is bringing this Tatparya, the final instruction towards the end of Bhagavad Gita 18.66. But Prabhupada जी क्या कर रहे हैं? Prabhupada जी हमें पहले श्लोक से ही is starting off. That's why Prabhupada's purports Bhakti Vedanta purport, Bhakti Yukta purport. हर purport में वो अंतिम गोल के बारे में ही बात कर रहे हैं. So that from श्लोका number 1 to श्लोका number 700 shloka, again Sanjay is telling the final conclusion from his side. But Prabhupada is telling the final conclusion in every purport of Bhagavad Gita. So sometimes we find it repetitive. अरे पिछले श्लोक में भी यही कहे थे, 5 श्लोक पहले भी यही कहे थे, इस श्लोक में भी यही कह रहे हैं. Why? Because Prabhupada is always wanting to come to the point. because हम भूल जाते हैं, कली स्वभाव है हमारे अंदर, मंदा सुमंद मतियो, to constantly remind us, चाहे आप कुछ भी करो, भक्ति योगा के बारे में पढ़ रहे हो, भक्ति is the end of all, is the conclusion of that purpose. ज्ञान योग के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, ध्यान योग के बारे में बात कर रहा है, कोई अष्टांग योग के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, फिर भी उस पर्पट में प्रभुपाद जी भक्ति को लेके ही आएंगे. Why is he doing this? Why जबरदस्ती is bringing bhakti in all these purports? Because he wants us to know that we must not deviate from anything except bhakti. So that is the intention. The Guru wants us to be in safe waters. So yesterday we concluded chapter number 9. So some points are there to add to that, which adds to the overview of Bhagavad Gita. So just because we have drunk a sip of poison doesn't mean that we have to drink the whole cup. जैसे कि आप में से कुछ डॉक्टर्स हैं, कुछ इंजीनियर्स हैं, कुछ अभी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कुछ अभी आपका प्रोफेशनल लाइफ स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, टीचर्स हैं. तो sometimes what happens, people tell us, अरे you are a doctor, you are an army person, you are a teacher, आप अपने काम पे ध्यान दो ना, ये भक्ति में क्यों पढ़ रहे हो? तो why you have to leave this and do things? Krishna is not telling us to leave these things. Krishna is telling us while we are doing it, we can do bhakti. And later on, while we are doing bhakti, we can continue to do this. As long as I don't come to the stage where I know that I must do only bhakti. उस स्टेज में आके हम सब कुछ छोड़ के केवल भक्ति कर सकते हैं. लेकिन उस समय तक अपना कार्य को भक्तिमय बनाना और कुछ समय के बाद भक्तिमय कार्यों में अपना कार्य को चलाना, फिर अंत में केवल भक्ति ही, शुद्ध भक्ति का कार्य ही करना. That can be the principle that we can follow. तो many people tell me also, आप डॉक्टर थे, डॉक्टरी छोड़ दिया, क्यों करना चाहिए था ये सब? आप डॉक्टर बन के रह सकते हैं, कितने मरीज हैं, कितने पेशेंट्स हैं, कितना आप सर्विस कर सकते थे. तो अभी हम सर्विस नहीं कर रहे हैं क्या? अभी हम क्लास ले रहे हैं, आप लोग सुन रहे हो, ये सर्विस नहीं है क्या? तो I being a dentist is the only service. So here we are spiritual doctors. That is not a service. केवल बॉडी को रखवाला करना, ऐसा ही डॉक्टर होना चाहिए क्या? मतलब only such doctors should be there. What about the today psychiatrists? Few years ago it would not be considered a good profession. Today psychiatric counseling, is considered an equal part of medical counseling. Like a terminally ill cancer patient, उसके लिए psychiatric counseling भी देते हैं. How he must handle his life. So spirituality is going to the next level. It's going to tell about how to lead a human life. Why they are in cancer, why we are healthy, how we must lead a life of purpose. And it must be of the ultimate purpose. ये कौन बताएगा? ये स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर बताएगा. तो हम बॉडी डॉक्टर से स्पिरिचुअल डॉक्टर बन गए, उसमें क्या आपत्ति है? तो ये भी तो सेवा ही है, ये भी उससे ज्यादा ही सेवा हम कर रहे हैं. जितना हम काम करते थे डेंटिस्ट बन के, आई एम वेरी श्योर many other people who are doctors, engineers who joined the ashram as full-time brahmacharis, with the same principle, they would have joined. So, तो इसका मतलब है कि तो एक मैंने बूंद विष पी लिया तो मुझे सारा जीवन विष पीना पड़ेगा। अब मैं डॉक्टर बन गया तो मुझे यही रहना है, मुझे आगे बढ़ना ही नहीं है। No, if I get to know that there is something better, I can do the same service in a higher principle, then why should I hesitate? Why should anybody hesitate? Of course, it was not necessary for me to give up my dentistry. I could have still remained a dentist and I could have still done service. Not that I could not have done. But everybody has a spiritual journey. Some people currently want to do X, Y, Z and then be in spirituality. Somebody wants to do only Y and Z and give more time to spirituality. Somebody wants to do Z and give much more time to spirituality. Somebody wants to just be in spiritual life and do work and work, not that simply sit. Even the president, chairman of ISKCON Bangalore group is constantly working more than any of us. 16, 17 hours they work, any of the devotees. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाथ में हाथ लगा के बैठ गए हम, ऐसा नहीं कि केवल जपा कर रहे हैं, महामनुस्मर युद्धेच्छा कर रहे हैं, कार्य कर रहे हैं, लेकिन स्मरण करते करते कार्य कर रहे हैं। हम सबको भी ऐसे बनना है। We must be temple oriented while we continue to do our profession. This is how we must lead our life. So when our attachments hold on to us, we must hold on to Krishna even more strong. क्यों हम आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे भक्ति में? Because we are held back by many attachments. Because we think that is the thing that is going to save us. Suta, Patni, Putra, Pati, family, relations, money, bank balance, work, boss, the kripa of boss. These are the things that are going to save us, is our highly misconceived notion. What ultimately saves us is our dharma and our dhyaya in Krishna consciousness. It is Krishna only who can save us. So we must hold on to Krishna's feet very, very strongly while we are doing our material duties, not neglecting them. Krishna is not like mother suddenly says, मुझे अभी पता चल गया मैं एक आत्मा हूँ, बच्चे को दूध नहीं पिलाऊंगी। कृष्ण भगवान का ही भरोसा है। That Krishna will not appreciate. Krishna has made you as a mother, given you him as the son. आपको दूध पिलाना चाहिए, आपको देखभाल करना चाहिए, सब कुछ मुझे ही करना है, तो आपका क्या जरूरत है? Why you must have individuality? तो आप पेड़ पौधे बन जाओ, उसमें सोचना ही नहीं है, तो पेड़ पौधे का जिंदगी मिलेगा। You want a responsible life, human life, which is next to our actual life, that is the servant of Krishna, then we must be very responsible. So everything is not Krishna's plan, but everything is within Krishna's plan. हमारी जिंदगी में जो भी हो रहा है, not everything may be Krishna's plan, but that is true only for a pure devotee. Yogakshema vamyam. To the extent that I am surrendered, Krishna will take care of my life with personal involvement. Otherwise, he will tell, आप अपना सर खराब करो। द्रौपदी सारी पकड़ रही है, गिर गिरा रही है पतियों से, राज्यसभा में राज्य को, भीष्म को, सबको बोल रही है रक्षा करो, अपना भी रक्षा करने की कोशिश कर रही है। Krishna is waiting, चलते रहो। फिर finally says, Krishna, you are everything. She leaves her hand. Krishna immediately comes. Of course, we cannot do that. Cannot say that exam में आंसर नहीं आ रहा है, कृष्णा नहीं आ रहा है, आप आके लिखो। उसके लिए हमें प्रिपरेशन करना है। तो जिंदगी के लिए हमें प्रिपरेशन करना है।